Welcome to today's video. I accidentally came along something that I think that would be pretty bad for Master Duel once it becomes more popular. I was reflecting on the new Master Duel ban list and saw Virtual World Lao Lao and Phantom Lightstorm scales being unlimited. I thought that it would be fine since VFD and Gossip Shadow are banned, but then I thought, why wouldn't they just ban Rhongomyniad too? So I thought of decks that could easily summon many level 4 monsters to summon Rhongo. I immediately thought of the Shark XZ's deck. It can summon many level 4 monsters, and the level 5 monsters in the deck can be used as rank 4 material for a number monster. The only problem was Rhongo needs warrior type monsters, but we could get around that using DNA surgery. And so I tried experimenting with my Shark deck. As I tested it, it was pretty slow and bad. It required a 1-turn setup for DNA surgery. However, it all changed when I started opening more Cosmic Ocean packs, and then I read some of the other cards. Forget about Umi Control, Shark Nash XZs, and Marincess. The best card of this pack is Number Eveil. If your opponent controls an extra deck monster while you do not, this is a one-card Rhongomyniad. You can select 4 number monsters that have different ranks and number values that equal the 5th number monster, and then summon that 5th number monster and attach the other 4 to it. I selected these 4 monsters since they were all N or R rarity. With each material attached to Rhongo, it gains an effect. 1. It cannot be destroyed by battle. 2. It gains 1,500 attack points. 3. It is unaffected by card effects. 4. Your opponent cannot normal or special summon monsters. Then at the end of your opponent's turn, detach 1 material from it. The only downside of Number Eveil is while Rhongo is on the field, you can only special summon Number XZ's monsters. You might be thinking it's not that bad, your opponent just needs to skip 1 turn and not summon any monsters. But what if I told you you can stop Rhongo from detaching materials? Another card that was released in Cosmic Ocean is Sales Ban. You can declare 1 card name, just like Crossout Designator, and our opponent cannot use the activated effects of that card for that turn. Then, you are not allowed to use the activated effects of the same card for the rest of the duel. So, if you use Sales Ban on Rhongo, this means all of its passive effects like preventing our opponents from summoning still works, but we never have to detach materials. With Number Eveil only letting us special summon Number XZ's monsters, this is a perfect auto-include in rank 4 decks like Sharks, or in rank 8 OTK decks with Draglubion and Numeron Dragon. I think many decks might start running this just like how everyone started running Fusion Destiny for DPE or Nemesis Corridor for Thunder Dragon Colossus. If this becomes popular, I would start running Ghost Reaper to banish Rhongo, or even play a Dogmatica deck with Maximus to remove some of their extra deck cards. Let's take a look at an example duel to see how easy this really is. Here we have a duel against an Assault Mode Synchro deck. This time, it is a live recording of my gameplay. Let me know if you like seeing this or if you prefer duel replays instead. They open with E-Telly, but I chain Maxi and they do not negate it. Discarding Assault Beast, they add Assault Mode Activate to their hand. They decide to continue playing, letting me draw more cards. Little do they know this is exactly what we want them to do. We need them to end on an extra deck monster. So they end up summoning Magic Dragon. Magic Dragon mills 4 cards and they add Wandering King to their hand. Surprisingly, they just pass after this. Like an anime protagonist, I drew Number Eveil for a turn. I then try to see what hand traps they have, so I start the turn with Prosperity. Since we already have Number Eveil, we are now searching for Sales Ban. I carefully select 6 extra deck monsters that are situational to banish. So unlucky, we didn't find Sales Ban. I add Duster in case they have back row on their next turn. I already know they won't be able to summon anything. Selecting the order of cards in the bottom of our deck does not matter at all. Then I carefully think of what the correct order is to summon the fishes. We have to summon these before we Number Eveil. So I found the correct order and it is Lantern Shark into Buzzsaw Shark. Buzzsaw then summons Right Hand Shark from our deck. And we finally summon Crystal Shark from our hand. Now, our 5th summon needs to be Rhongomyniad, so they will not be able to use Nibiru. One by one, I select the designated Rhongo materials. We can finally use the fish on board to XZ summon into our other number monsters. I use Lantern and Right Hand Shark to summon 101. Right Hand Shark protects 101 from being destroyed by battle, and 101 can protect itself from being destroyed by card effects. Then I use Buzzsaw and Crystal to summon Ragna 0, just in case they have some attack modulation effects. 101 detaches 2 materials to attach Magic Ruler to itself. They only take half damage this turn since we used Prosperity earlier. Keep in mind that Zeus is not a number monster, that's why I banished it earlier. So I have Lethal on board and they can't normal or special summon monsters. I have Feather Duster for their spells and traps that they set next turn. Hopefully they do not have Starlight Road. They surrender and I can't even blame them. Now, wasn't that easy? Just a few months ago, if you wanted to play Rhongo, you would have had to spend your whole turn comboing off just to get Nibiru'd. So what did you think of this deck? Do you think that this will be a big Master Duel problem? Or is it too high rolly and gimmicky for it to be consistent? If you like this style of video, let me know and I'll try to make something like this from time to time as I find interesting topics. If you made it this far, thanks for watching.